Hello students, my name is Radhakrishna. I am working as senior lecturer in chemistry at Government Polytechnic College, Gadwal. In the last class, we have learned about mole concept, molarity. We worked out a few problems on molarity. We have also seen the molarity relationship for dilutions, how to calculate the if a solution is diluted, how to calculate the final concentration or how much of solvent is added, and also we have also seen the molarity relationship required for the calculation of volumetric molarity relationship for the volumetric analysis. Okay, we have learned all these things in the last class. To recapitulate, how did we define mole? Mole is the quantity of substance that contains Avogadro number of elementary particles. Next, Avogadro number is 6.023 into 10 to the power of 23. Okay, it's just a number. Elementary particles like atoms, molecules, ions, protons, neutrons, etc. Next, we have seen the molar. We worked out a few problems on mole concept. We have seen what molarity is. We have defined molarity. Molarity is the number of moles present in 1 liter of solution. We worked out a few problems, a number of problems on molarity. Then we went for molarity relationship for dilutions and worked through problems on that. And also we have seen the molarity relationship for the volumetric analysis, and we also worked out a few problems to put things into perspective. Okay, that is about the last class. Today let us see, in this class let us cover two major topics, that is equivalent weight and calculation of equivalent weight of acids, bases and salts. Let us see the definition also of the equivalent weight. Then we will go for the normality. We define normality, normality problems also we will try to work, we will work out. Okay, these two things we are going to cover in this chapter. Okay, in this class, I am sorry, in this class we are going to cover these things. Okay, so first let us see the equivalent weight, the concept of equivalent weight, the definition. Okay, equivalent weight, how we define equivalent weight? Equivalent weight is defined as the number of parts by weight of the substance. It is defined as the number of parts by weight of the substance that can react with or displaces. It's simply the number of atoms or molecules of a substance or parts of the substance that can react with 1.008 parts by weight of hydrogen. So, if you take one substance, imagine you are taking fluorine, right? If how much of fluorine, how many parts of fluorine will react with 1008 parts by weight of hydrogen? Okay, or how much of fluorine or sodium or whatever it is can react with 8 parts by weight of oxygen. Here are 35.5 parts by weight of hydrogen. Or you can simply say that for your understanding, you can easily say that the quantity of substance that reacts with 1 gram of hydrogen, because 1 gram 1.008 is okay, atomic weight of hydrogen. Okay, that is okay, 1 gram of hydrogen, that is 1 mole of hydrogen. Okay, so here so the quantity of any substance that can reacts with 1 mole of hydrogen or 1.008 parts of by weight of hydrogen. Parts by weight means grams. So the equivalent weight may be defined as the quantity of any substance that reacts with 1 gram of hydrogen or 8 grams of oxygen or 35.5 grams of chlorine. Okay. So, for example, if you take fluorine, okay, if you take fluorine, how much of it will react with 1 part of 1 gram of hydrogen? Hydrogen and fluorine combine to form HF, right. So, 1 atomic weight of fluorine will react with 1 gram of hydrogen. Likewise, if you go for oxygen, okay, how much of hydrogen will react with 2 grams of hydrogen, H2O, H2 plus O gives H2O. Okay. So, 1 part of hydrogen will react with oxygen is 16 grams, right. So, 1 hydrogen will react with the 8 grams of oxygen. So, equivalent weight is basically defined as the weight of substance that can react with 1 gram of hydrogen or 8 grams of oxygen or 35.5 grams of chlorine. Okay, 35.5 grams of chlorine. In electrochemistry, we define equivalent weight in a different way. There we define it as the amount of substance deposited or liberated by the passage of 1 Faraday of electricity. In electrochemistry, we define it like the amount of substance deposited or released by the electrode, released at the electrode by the passage of 1 Farad of electricity through the electrolyte solution. Okay. But for normally it is defined as the quantity of substance that reacts with either 1 gram of hydrogen or 8 grams of oxygen or 35.5 grams of chlorine. This is a standard definition of the equivalent weight. Okay. Now that we have defined the equivalent weight, we will try to see the equivalent weight of different categories of substance and how to calculate it. We see with the example. Okay. Equivalent weight of an acid. Okay. We will try to see here in this chapter, in this we will try to calculate equivalent weight of acids, equivalent weight of bases, equivalent weight of salts also. Actually, to learn the normality, to work out normality problems, the equivalent weight calculation is essential. In the earlier case, we have seen that we have learned mole concept, then we proceeded for the solving molarity problems. Because to solve the molarity problems, the concept of mole as well as number of moles and also the concept of molecular weight, those were essential. Without that, you cannot solve molarity problems. Okay, you cannot know the concentration. Likewise, to solve the problems on the normality, a student must be able to calculate the equivalent weight of a given substance. Then only this equivalent weight comes from the molecular weight. So, in the earlier case, we learned molecular weight. Okay. From molecular weight, we calculate the gram equivalent weight, and gram equivalent weight concept is essential to solve normality problems. So, we have just defined the equivalent weight of a substance. Okay. Now, we will see the equivalent weight of 3 classes of compounds and how to calculate that. Okay. The equivalent weight of an acid is defined as the ratio of the molecular weight of an acid, to its basicity. What do you mean by basicity? Basicity is the number of replaceable H plus ions present in one molecule of acid. Okay. Number of replaceable H plus ions. For example, let us say HCl. Okay. HCl, imagine HCl is reacting with the NaOH. You will get the product as NaCl plus H2O. Okay. It is of course a neutralization reaction, well known neutralization reaction. Okay. So, here how many hydrogens are being replaced from HCl? 1 hydrogen is getting replaced. Okay, one hydrogen is getting replaced. So, the basicity is defined as the number of replaceable H plus ions in one molecule of acid. So, in one HCl molecule, one hydrogen is being replaced. Okay, one hydrogen is being replaced. So, the basicity of hydrogen is equal to 1. In the same way, if you take H2SO4 hydrosulfuric acid, that is okay, sulfuric acid ionizes as 2H plus and SO4 2 minus. So, there are 2 replaceable H plus ions in the sulfuric acid. Okay, 2 replaceable H plus ions in the sulfuric acid. So, if you react sulfuric acid with sodium hydroxide, okay, you will get 2 NaCl plus sorry, if you react it with NaOH, H2SO4 plus 2 NaOH gives Na2SO4, Na2SO4 plus 2H2O. Okay. Here what is happening? Here sulfuric acid is reacting with the NaOH, okay, and 2 of its H2SO4 NaOH is reacting with sulfuric acid, and 2 of the hydrogens of H2SO4 are getting replaced in the product Na2SO4. Okay. So, here in the sulfuric acid, how many replaceable H plus ions you have? You have 2 replaceable H plus ions in the sulfuric acid. Okay. So, these can be, so the basicity of sulfuric acid is 2. If you take a phosphoric acid, okay, phosphoric acid, its formula is H3PO4. Okay. If you put it into water, dissolve it to water, it ionizes into 3H plus and PO4 3 minus phosphate ion, 3 hydrogen ions, protons and 1 phosphate ion PO4 3 minus. Okay, okay. So, here what happens is the basicity of phosphoric acid is 3, it becomes 3. Okay. There are 3 replaceable hydrogen ions. So, going by this foregoing account, you think that the number of hydrogen ions present in the formula is its basicity. Okay. In the case of HCl, basicity is became 1, only 1 hydrogen. In the case of H2SO4, 2 hydrogens are there, basicity is 2. In the case of phosphoric acid H3PO4, the basicity we described as 3. Okay. But it is not always so. It is only number of replaceable or ionizable hydrogen ions. When it dissolved in water, how many H plus ions it loses, that is the basicity. Okay. For example, you take now the formic acid HCOOH. In the formula you have 2 hydrogen ions, okay, H plus hydrogen atoms, but HCOOH ionizes as HCOO minus plus H plus. It gives only 1 hydrogen ion. It really ionizes into only H plus ion and formate ion, HCOO minus plus H plus ion. So, though it contains 2 H plus ion, 2 hydrogen atoms for the formic acid, its basicity is only 1. Likewise, if you take acetic acid CH3COOH, there are 4 hydrogen atoms in the acetic acid. CH3COOH contains 4 hydrogen atoms, but CH3COOH ionizes as CH3COO minus and that is acetate ion plus H plus. Even though there are 4 hydrogen atoms in the acetic acid, its basicity is only 1. Its basicity is only 1. Okay. So, that is the basicity. In the case of okay, HCl basicity is 1, H2SO4 basicity is 2, H3PO4 basicity is 3, formic acid HCOOH only basicity is 1, CH3COOH acetic acid basicity is only 1. Okay. You understand that? Okay. So, number of ionizable H plus ions or replaceable H plus ions present in the acid is called basicity. Now you have understand the concept of basicity. So how did we define the equivalent weight of an acid? We defined the equivalent weight as the ratio of molecular weight of an acid to its basicity. Okay, ratio of molecular weight to its basicity. So mathematically you can say that, write a formula that equivalent weight of an acid is equal to gram molecular weight of acid divided by its basicity, gram molecular weight by basicity. Okay. Now we will try to work out a problem and see how it works out. Yeah, here hydrochloric acid HCl, we have given a tables. Okay. So its molecular weight is 36.5. Okay, molecular weight is 36.5, and according to formula equivalent weight is molecular weight by basicity, that is 36.5 by 1. Okay. So equivalent weight is 36.5 grams itself, molecular weight. Okay. So in the case of monovalent acids, the molecular weight is the same or identical as the equivalent weight. You can see obviously, because here the molecular weight is divided by 1, a quantity will not change if it is either multiplied or divided by 1. So the hydrochloric acid, in the case of hydrochloric acid, both the molecular weight as well as equivalent weight are the same, that is 36.5 grams. Now we will move on to sulfuric acid. Okay, sulfuric acid. In the case of sulfuric acid, the formula, number of replaceable hydrogens is 2, that is why we write basicity as 2. Okay. The molecular weight of sulfuric acid is 98, 2 plus 32 plus 64. Okay, 64, that comes to 98. We are adding all the atomic weights here to calculate the molecular weight. As I told you, first we will calculate the molecular weight of a given substance, then the molecular weight will be divided by the basicity to give us the equivalent weight, corresponding equivalent weight. So here in the case of sulfuric acid, the equivalent weight is given by molecular weight by basicity, that is 98 by 2, molecular weight by basicity is 98 by 2. So equivalent weight of sulfuric acid is 49. The equivalent weight is 49. Next, let us see the calculation of equivalent weight of nitric acid. Let us take nitric acid ionized as HNO3 gives H plus plus NO3 minus, nitrate ion. Okay. So here the gram molecular weight of nitric acid is 1 plus 14 plus 48, that is 63 grams. Molecular weight of nitric acid is 63 grams. The gram equivalent weight of nitric acid is equal to gram molecular weight by its basicity, that is 63 by 1. Okay. Again the equivalent weight is 63. Sulfuric acid is monoacidic acid. Okay, like hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid is also monoacidic acid. In the case of monoacidic acids, as you have seen in the case of HCl, the molecular weight as well as equivalent weights are the same, because here the molecular weight is divided by 1, so it remains unchanged. Okay. Next, let us see another example of calculation of equivalent weight of acid, phosphoric acid. Let us see. Phosphoric acid formula is H3. The formula of phosphoric acid is H3PO4. Okay. This H3PO4 ionizes as 3H plus ions and PO4 3 minus ions. Okay. 3H plus ions and PO4 3 minus phosphate ion. Okay. The molecular weight of phosphoric acid is again 98. Okay. Here the equivalent weight is calculated as molecular weight by basicity, that is 98 by 3. So it comes to 32.67 grams. The equivalent weight of phosphoric acid comes to 32.67 grams. So we have seen the equivalent weight of defined equivalent weight of an acid. Okay, it's the ratio of its molecular weight of acid to its basicity. Then we have also seen the formula, what basicity is, basicity of different acids we have seen. Okay, and we have seen how to calculate the equivalent weight. We have seen by taking 4 examples. 4 examples of HCl, H2SO4, HNO3 and H3PO4. Okay, this must have inculcated, you must have learned how to calculate the equivalent weight of a given acid by the. Okay, now we will move on to the equivalent weight of a base. Similar to acid, this is also a ratio. Okay, it is the, as in the case of acids, here also it is the ratio of molecular weight of base to its acidity. Here acidity of a base means the number of replaceable hydroxyl ions, OH minus ions, or the number of OH minus ions it releases when a base is dissolved in polar solvent like water. Okay, how many OH minus ions it furnishes on dissociation or ionization. Okay, that is called the acidity of a base. For acids we talk of basicity, for bases we talk of acidity. Okay, so equivalent weight of a base is equal to gram molecular weight of a base, by acidity of base. Mathematically the formula is equivalent base of a base is given by molecular weight of base and acidity of base. For example, if you take NaOH, okay, NaOH ionizes as Na plus plus OH minus. Okay, how many OH minus ions NaOH is furnishing? It is furnishing just one OH minus ion. Okay, so its equivalent weight is its molecular weight by basicity. Likewise, if you take magnesium hydroxide, MgOH taken twice, here it ionizes, when dissolved in water, it ionizes into Mg2 plus plus OH 2 OH minus. Its acidity is 2 in the case of magnesium hydroxide, since it is giving rise to 2 hydroxyl ions, its basicity is 2. Okay. Likewise, if you take aluminum hydroxide, its formula is AlOH taken thrice. If it is put in a polar solvent, it dissociates or ionizes into Al3 plus 3 OH minus ions. So it is furnishing 3 hydroxyl ions on dissociation. So its acidity is 3. Okay. So we can substitute these values, we can divide away this acidity, the molecular weight of a given base by its acidity, you will get the equivalent weight of that base. Let us see a few problems here. Okay, yeah, here sodium hydroxide, okay, NaOH ionizes as Na plus plus OH minus. So it's giving only one hydroxyl ion per molecule. Okay, its molecular weight is 40. Okay, its molecular weight is 40. Its equivalent weight is molecular weight by acidity, that is 40 by 1 gives you 40 itself. So in a monoacidic base, in any monoacidic base, the molecular weight is identical with the equivalent weight. Since it is monoacidic, the molecular weight is divided by 1. So the molecular weight and equivalent weight are one and the same here. Okay. In the case of next, let us say potassium hydroxide. Okay. Here KOH dissociates into K plus plus OH minus. That is on ionization, KOH is furnishing a single hydroxyl ion. Okay. So its molecular weight of KOH is 56, and the equivalent weight of KOH is gram molecular weight by its acidity, that is 56 by 1, okay, 56 grams itself. Okay. In the case of KOH also, it is a monoacidic base, so its molecular weight as well as equivalent weight are identical or the same, as you have seen, as you can see it from the table. Okay. In the case of calcium hydroxide, okay, in the case of calcium hydroxide, it ionizes into when put in dissolved in polar solvent, it ionizes and gives rise to 2 hydroxyl ions, Ca2 plus 2OH minus. So number of hydroxyl ions furnishing is 2. So that goes by the name acidity. Acidity is 2. The molecular weight of calcium hydroxide is 74. Okay. So its equivalent weight is molecular weight by acidity, that is 74 by 2, that is 37 grams. In the case of calcium hydroxide, it is a diacidic base, so its equivalent weight is half of the its molecular weight, that is 37 grams. Next, we will go for aluminum hydroxide. In the case of aluminum hydroxide, when put in dissolved in polar solvents, furnishes 3 hydroxyl ions. Okay. So here the number of replaceable hydroxyl ions are 3. Okay. For example, if you react AlOH, aluminum hydroxide, with HCl, AlOH taken thrice plus 3 HCl gives AlCl3 plus 3 H2O. So here 3 OH groups are replaced. So its acidity is 3. The molecular weight of aluminum hydroxide is 78, and its equivalent weight is molecular weight by 3, that is it comes to 26 grams. The equivalent weight of aluminum hydroxide is 26 grams. It means that 26 grams of aluminum hydroxide can react with 1 gram of hydrogen or 8 grams of oxygen or 35.5 grams of chlorine. Okay, 35.5 grams of chlorine will react with 26 grams of aluminum hydroxide. For others also it is the same, in the same way you can explain. Okay. Okay, that's the example of that sums up our equivalent weight of a base. Equivalent weight of a base is defined as the ratio of molecular weight of the base to its acidity, where acidity is number of replaceable hydroxyl ions or number of hydroxyl ions furnished by a given base on ionization in a polar solvent. Okay. Next we will move on to see equivalent weight of a salt. Okay. Equivalent weight of a salt. Equivalent weight of a salt is the weight of salt that is formed, weight of salt that is formed from the equivalent weight of an acid or base during the neutralization. So it's a bit confusing. Okay, it is the weight of the equivalent weight of salt is okay, the weight of a salt that is formed from the equivalent weight of an acid or base. So how much of equivalent weight of a given acid reacts with a base to form that salt is the equivalent weight of salt. So it's a bit confusing. So let's see the formula, things become clear to you. The equivalent weight or formula weight of a salt, equivalent weight or formula weight, molecular weight. See, salts will have for example, if you take sodium chloride, it has got formula weight. Likewise, if you take Na2CO3, it has got molecular weight. Okay. So salts can have either molecular weight or they can have formula weight. So equivalent weight of a salt is the ratio of molecular weight or formula weight of a salt to the total positive or total negative charge present in the salt. Okay, it's a ratio between molecular weight or formula weight of salt to the total positive charge or negative charge. You can take only one, either positive charge or negative charge, not both. Okay, it's the ratio of molecular weight to its positive charge or to its negative charge. It's like that, not both. Okay, let us say things become evident once we go for the calculation of calculation of the equivalent weight. You will be able to appreciate things better. Okay, now we'll move on to say a few examples. Okay, name of the salt here, the sodium chloride. Let's take the first example of sodium chloride. The positive charge Na plus NaCl dissociates into Na plus and Cl minus. So the positive charge is plus 1, as well as the negative charge on the chlorine is also minus 1. Both positive charge or negative charge, they will be equal and opposite. In any for any salt to be neutral, both the charges, positive and negative charges, have got to be equal and opposite. So numerically they are the same. Okay. So here in the case of sodium chloride, the total positive charge and negative charge is 1 only. So the equivalent weight is equal to gram molecular weight by positive charge or negative charge, that is 58.5 divided by 1. Okay, 58.5 divided by 1, that is 58.5 grams. In the case of potassium carbonate, let us take potassium carbonate. Okay, potassium carbonate K2CO3 dissociates into 2K plus plus CO3 2 minus, 2 potassium ions and 1 carbonate ion CO3 2 minus. So here the positive charge is plus 2 and negative charge is minus 2. So you can safely take 2. Okay. So here the gram equivalent weight of potassium carbonate is gram molecular weight by positive charge or negative charge, either of them, that is 138 by 2, that comes to 69. In the same way, you can also calculate the gram molecular weight, equivalent weight of sodium carbonate, which dissociates into, this is sodium carbonate is most commonly given in the problems. Okay. So Na2CO3 dissociates into 2Na plus plus CO3 2 minus. In the same way, here the charge is, whether it is positive or negative, the charge is 2. Okay. So the equivalent weight is, the gram molecular weight of sodium carbonate is 106 grams. The equivalent weight is 106 grams by 2, that comes to 53 grams. Okay. Since it is most commonly given in the exam, I covered that also. It's easy. Okay. Next, aluminum chloride. Let's take the case of aluminum chloride. Aluminum chloride dissociates into Al3 plus plus 3Cl minus. Al3 plus plus 3Cl minus. So here the total positive or negative charge is 3. Positive charge is plus 3, negative charge is minus 3. So charge is 3. Okay. So here the gram molecular weight of aluminum chloride is 133.5 grams and it is divided by 3, that gives you 44.5 grams. Okay. These are the, with this okay, we have learned the equivalent weight of salts also, how to calculate the equivalent weight of salts also. So far we have covered the equivalent weight definition. Equivalent weight is the weight of substance that combines with 1 gram of hydrogen, 1.008 grams of course, or 8 grams of oxygen or 35.5 grams of chlorine. We have seen the equivalent weights of, we have defined equivalent weight of acids, bases and salts, and also we have learned how to calculate the equivalent weight of acids, base and salts. We have seen examples. Now you must have become perfect and you will be able to calculate okay, equivalent weight of any substance given salt or acid or base. Okay. Summary. Yeah, equivalent weight of an acid is that weight of that weight which combines with okay, 1 gram of hydrogen, or equivalent weight of a base Equivalent weight of an hydrogen is the weight of substance that combines with the weight of a replaceable hydrogen. Okay, so these we have seen already. Okay, let us see. Let's try to work out a few quiz questions. Okay, what is the equivalent weight of sodium carbonate? In the case of sodium carbonate, 2 Na means 2 into 23, 46 grams. One carbon atom, one carbon will use 12 grams. Okay, and 3 oxygen atoms, 3 into 16 is 48 grams. 48 plus 12 comes to 60. 60 plus 2 Na is 46. 60 plus 46 is 106 grams. Na2CO3 dissociates into 2 Na plus CO3 2 minus. So the charge is either positive or negative charge is 2. So dividing factor is 2. So the equivalent of NH2CO3 is gram molecular weight by 2, that is 106 by 2, that comes to 53 grams. That comes to 53 grams. Next, what is the acidity of aluminum hydroxide? Aluminum hydroxide is AlOH taken thrice. Okay, AlOH taken thrice. When dissolved in a polar solvent, it ionizes into Al3 plus 3 OH minus. Since it is furnishing 3 hydroxyl ions, its acidity is 3. Obviously, it is 3. Okay, most frequently asked questions are, okay, calculate the equivalent weight of sodium carbonate or calculate equivalent weight of H2SO4. By the training you have learned, you can easily calculate the equivalent weights. Okay, now we will move on to the next topic, that is normality definition, formulae and okay, we will work out a few problems. Okay, assignment you try to take, calculate equivalent weight of any 2 acids, any 2 bases and any 2 salts. You check the salts to take 2 acids, 2 bases and 2 salts, their molecular formulae, see their ionization behavior and calculate their equivalent weights. Okay, that helps you to consolidate your learning. Okay, next topic we cover is we will try to see what normality is. Okay, preparation of solutions, normal solutions and solving problems of the normality. Okay, normality is defined as the number of gram equivalents of a solute. Gram equivalent is nothing but equivalent weight. Gram equivalents and equivalent weights are the same. In the electrochemistry, the same quantity is called as chemical equivalent. Okay, it's same quantity in electrochemistry, we call it as chemical equivalent by different names, equivalent weight, gram equivalent, chemical equivalent, all are the same. Okay, when you come to electrochemistry, we will discuss that again. Okay, the definition is, definition of normality is the number of gram equivalent weights of solute present in 1 liter of solution at a given temperature. Okay, it is represented by the symbol N. See, in the case of molarity, we have seen its number of gram moles or number of gram molecular weights or number of moles. Mole is nothing but equivalent to gram molecular weight. So it is number of moles or number of gram molecular weights, whereas here that was called as molarity. Here we are replacing it with the number of gram equivalents of solute dissolved in a solution at a given temperature. Okay, it is denoted by symbol N. So normality is number of gram equivalents of solute and per volume divided by volume of solution in liters. Its units are gram equivalents per liter. Okay, gram equivalents per liter. Okay, number of gram equivalents of solute is equal to weight of the solute W by gram equivalent of solute. Number of gram equivalents, number of moles we have seen, weight of solute by gram molecular weight of solute. In the same way, here number of gram equivalents is equal to weight by gram equivalent weight. Okay, substituting this, okay, normality is equal to weight by equivalent weight into 1 by volume in liters, weight by equivalent weight into 1 by volume in liters, or the same is weight by equivalent weight, okay, weight by equivalent weight into 1000 by volume in milliliters. If the volume is given in liters, first formula we can use. If the volume is given in milliliters, we can use the second formula directly. Okay, the units of normality are number of gram equivalents per liter, okay, or number of milligram equivalents per milliliter. Okay, when you change that, this will also change accordingly. When grams are changed into milligrams, the liter is changed into milliliters. It's as simple as that. There is no difference. But normally we use the unit gram equivalents per liter. Okay. A few worked problems on the normality. Let us see. Okay. Calculate the normality of H2SO4 solution containing 14.7 grams in 500 ml of solution. 14 grams. Okay. Gram equivalent, first let us calculate the molecular weight. Even for the normality problems, we have to start with the molecular weight, then we have to go for the equivalent weight, then we have to write the formula and substitute. Okay. So, first the molecular weight of H2SO4. 2 hydrogens are there, that is 2 plus 1 sulfur is there, 2 plus 32, and 4 oxygens are there. So, 2 plus 32 plus 64, 2 plus 32 plus 16 4 64, 2 plus 32 plus 64 comes to 98 grams. So, molecular weight of sulfuric acid 98 grams. The equivalent weight of sulfuric acid, to calculate the equivalent weight of sulfuric acid ionizes as H2SO4 dissociates into or ionizes into 2H plus SO4 2 minus. So, there are 2 replaceable H plus ions. So, its basicity is 2. So, the formula for gram equivalent weight is molecular weight of acid by basicity, that is 98 by 2, that is equal to 49 grams. The gram equivalent weight of sulfuric acid is 49 grams. Okay. The weight of sulfuric acid given in the formula is 14 grams, given data 14.7 grams. The volume of the solution given is okay, 500 milliliters. This is the data. Okay, gram molecular weight of sulfuric acid 98 grams, equivalent weight of sulfuric acid is 49 grams. Okay, weight of sulfuric acid is 14.7 grams. Volume of solution is 500 milliliters. Okay, we are asked to calculate the normality. Normality is how much? Let us write the formula. Normality is equal to weight by gram equivalent weight into 1000 by volume in milliliters. Okay. So, the computer it's not properly represented. Okay. Just it is weight by gram equivalent weight into 1000 by volume in milliliters. That is 14.7 by 49 into 1000 by 500. Okay. That comes to 0.6 n, 0.6 n. Okay. Normality is 0.3 into 2, that is 0.6 n. Calculate the normality of 31.8 grams of Na2CO3 in 250 ml of solution. See, we have laid out a program how to calculate these things. Okay. First we have to go for, in the normality problems, first you have to calculate the gram molecular weight, then you have to calculate the gram equivalent weight, then you have to write the given data, weight of the substance, volume of the substance, then you write the formula and substitute and simplify. Okay, as we had done earlier case. Here also we will do the same way. Molecular weight of sodium carbonate is 106 grams. Gram equivalent weight is molecular weight by 2, that is 106 by 2 is equal to 53 grams. Weight of sodium carbonate, molecular weight is, so 106, how you got? Sodium, 2 sodiums are there, 2 into 23 is 46, 1 carbon is there, 12, 46 plus 12, 3 oxygens are there, 3 into 16 is 48, 48 plus 12 plus 46, that comes to 106 grams. Sodium carbonate ionizes as Na2CO3 dissociates into 2Na plus plus of CO3 2 minus. So it's sodium carbonates positive charge or negative charge both are the same, that is 2 units of positive charge or 2 units of negative charge. So gram equivalent weight is equal to gram molecular weight by the charge. So it is 106 by 2, that is 53 grams. Equivalent weight of sodium is 53 grams. Okay. The given weight in the problem is weight of sodium carbonate is 31.8 grams and the volume of solution is equal to 250 ml. Okay. Now let us write the formula. Formula always carry marks. You will have to write the formula. Here it is properly represented. The sum is okay. Normality is equal to weight by gram equivalent weight into 1000 by volume in milliliters. That is 31.8 into 31.8 by 53 into 1000 by 250. Okay, that comes to 2.4 N. Okay, 2.4 N. Summary: what have we learnt, what have we done, and what have we learnt? Okay, the definition of, we have learnt the definition of normality, equations for normality, and problems related to normality. Okay, problems related to normality we have seen, and we also learned about definition of equivalent weight, formula, how to calculate equivalent weights of acids, equivalent weights of bases, equivalent weight of salts also. Okay, those things also we have learned in this class. Okay, a few questions. Number of gram equivalents of solute dissolved in, number of gram equivalents of solute dissolved in 1 liter of solution is at given temperature is called gram equivalents dissolved is normality. Gram molecular weights are number of moles dissolved is molarity. Okay, obviously this is gram equivalents, it is a normality. Okay, units of normality of solution is gram equivalents per liter. Moles per liter is molarity, grams per liter is base. No. Okay, moles per liter is units of molarity, whereas gram equivalents per liter is unit of normality. Okay, frequently asked questions, some problems are given, you try to work out these problems. Okay, with this we conclude our lecture. If you have any doubts, call.